And this is the simple truth that no one wants to admit, but this is what it turned to, guys. And it's okay. You just got to learn how to adapt in that moment. New, use. Simple as that. What's the scale? What does better? Live show? Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you guys can come and join me on my channel. And today's topic is gonna be a question that someone gave me, and I was like super excited to answer their question. And I decided like, hey, what better way to make a video out of it to tell all of you guys my thoughts. So this video is gonna be a reseller's real talk. I haven't done one of these in a while, but we are back. Today's topic is honestly about live selling and what does better. Is it used clothes, which is thrifted, secondhand, something that you get from Salvation Army or Goodwill, donation shop, all type of shops out there, yard sale, all of the things. But you can also find new clothes there, but majority of the clothes that's in this particular environment is going to be secondhand clothes. The other option is new with tag, new without tags. Which does better in a live sale? My honest opinion. I'm going to break this down in a couple of ways, and honestly, I'm just giving my honest and raw opinion. Whatever you believe, I'm not here to change your mind at all. I just honestly want to speak on what I think works and kind of what I experienced and what worked best for me. Whatever you take from this video, you totally take from it. But I think that was an awesome question, and I would love to answer this question in a way of saying that you do what's best for you in your business. I'm not here to change that whatsoever. I've been doing live selling for a couple of months now. I'll say from October of 2022 to current. So that's about what? 8 months. So that's about 8 months that I've been live selling consecutively. I will say that in October, when I started live selling, I officially started, actually no, I definitely started live selling in October. I tried to give myself a little time, like, yeah, you know, you've been live selling longer than that. No, I wasn't. Definitely in October. And how I started was, I started on Whatnot. Posh did not have live shows out at the time. When I started on Whatnot, I got very excited. I was running things for like $2 and $3, and it was selling, and I was super excited about that. And I was just experiencing this new platform, and I was experiencing this new like kind of art way to selling. And the reason why I say that is art is because, like, you know, it's so new to you, and it's just like, it's so many things that you can do, and so many experiments, and so many like just projects that you can make out of it. If you don't know what I mean, people do so many things on their live selling, like so many different fun events, you know. So it's so much that you can do with it. But when I started, I was selling like low tier free people and used clothes. What I will say is that on Whatnot, things sell really low, unless if you have like some Alexander McQueen Farm Real and all of the things. Like, most of the things sell very low. So for a long period of time, I just personally thought that whether if it's new tag or whether if it's like from the bins or from the Salvation Army, Goodwill, all of the things, that it was just gonna sell the typical way of how everything is selling, right? So for me, a free people shirt would sell for like $7, and this is not me lying. A new attack free people shirt would sell for like $7, and then what is it? A J Crew used or secondhand shirt would sell for like what? Like $5, and another used piece of sell for like $10, and a new attack piece of sell for like $10. So it was kind of equal to me, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until November when I actually got accepted by Posh and was asked to do shows on Poshmark. I got totally happy because I was like, oh my goodness, Posh asked me, they want me to do beta training. I was like, ambassador too, it don't mean nothing. They gassing you, not really, no perks that come with it. Either way, I was doing Posh shows, and then I started doing used items on Posh because I just got tired of the whatnot scene. It was just like too cheap. It was just like a clingy environment. It was just not my vibe at all. I really don't like that platform. Seriously, I really don't. But you know, however, I got on Posh and I met a ton of people on there, and Posh was always just like, it just felt like I was cheating in a way of going on whatnot and loving Poshmark. And I know that sounds crazy. Oh,
you should have your eggs in a couple of baskets.
I tried.
Oops.
It wasn't happening. Nope. No. My eggs is not in one basket. I do YouTube and regular Poshmark and Posh Lives. Thank you for all you people who want to know. All right. Boop. Loose screw. It's okay. All right. Seriously though, but so when I got on Posh, I was doing like used clothing or whatever the case was. Like I was just selling like my stale inventory, but it was fire inventory. It's just stuff that was totally sitting on Posh that when the live shows came up, it was like, whoa, this is really making money. Like it's moving so quickly. And I quickly saw a difference. Like even the secondhand things that was selling for $5 on whatnot would sell for like $10 to like $15 on Poshmark. And I was so excited because I'm like, oh my god, like this is something that I can do, because the goal is not to lose money and not to make too less of money. Like if I'm gonna sit in a 4-hour show, I want to come off with about like $1,000 or like, you know, a little over that, like 1,200. Okay, you know, borderline, I'm comfortable with that. You know, 4-hour show. There's a lot of people that got to work 8 hours and still making less than that. I'm fine with that. On whatnot, I was not seeing those numbers at all. It was like you know, $300, $400, $200, $100. I don't even think I made $700 on whatnot. I'm not even lying to you. This is the raw truth. I'm dead serious. On Poshmark though, with secondhand, I was seeing like literally like 700 or whatever the case was. So I was like, you know what? Brave right there. Let me start doing free people shows. And I actually started doing free people shows, and it worked out for me so well because I honestly wanted to see which one was better. Was it secondhand or was it new attack items? And I tell you guys this story to say that new attack items, like I can start a free people piece, and my free people pieces are so unique, guys. Like I get crochet 2 pieces, I get onesies that's like shared and linen and just beautiful pieces, like pieces you've never seen before. I promise you, no one on Poshmark is selling it unless they got it from me. I can guarantee you that. However the case was, I started 2-piece for like $40. The 2-piece really retails for probably like $200 or $188. You know what I'm saying? So people really buy that stuff, and all I do from
on whatnot, I was only selling shirts and sweaters, not unique items.
So on whatnot, like 100 items or like 60 something items just to make like $400, because everything's selling for $4, to start selling on Poshmark for $40 or $15 or $80, whatever the case is. It sells like that. So 20 items, if it's a good free people show, it will get me literally like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And I say this to say now, secondhand on Poshmark is still really good, but nowadays I do know a few handful of people that's doing like secondhand. They'll make some money back, but honestly, I think that the game has changed, guys. This is the answer. The game has changed. I think that the #1 thing that has changed everything is palette pose. Palette pose are freaking awesome. That's the thing that changed it. Palette pose. I will say though that every palette shouldn't be pulled. Like y'all going to buy some stuff from Amazon unbranded palette and like some Shein and all of the things, and I'm just like, no, that Target gotta go. Like, you need good brands in your palettes. Don't just pick up a palette because everything is trending, because the palette that you pick up, you have to recoup your money back, especially if you're paying shipment costs, which is ridiculous. Like, oh my god, like, it is insane. So you probably want to make some of your money back first before you go into picking up palettes. But palettes has changed the game. That's number one. It's making it harder for secondhand people actually to make money, because secondhand people, I'm so sorry guys, it's making it harder for resellers that thrift and sell secondhand pieces to make money on live shows, because of the fact that there's a lot of pallet pulls. That's another thing. Like, people is getting pallets out of nowhere and just doing crazy shows on them, and people love the hunt, so they're super excited about these shows. They're super excited to see what you got in them. They're super excited to know that if it's Target, is absolutely nothing. Just joking guys, just joking. Just wanted to throw that in there. But either way, so that's the number one thing that actually changed the game. The second thing that changed the game to secondhand, I believe, is literally like mystery box shows. So these shows are trending right now, guys, and it is killing it. And mystery shows actually is newer tag items or new without tag item. You'll rarely see some thrifted pieces in there, but most of the pieces is strictly new, and it's bags, and it's all of these different high-end name brands, and there's some mixed in stuff from like Kate Spade and Alexander McQueen and Louis and Gucci and just a whole bunch of tons of other brands that's just like, whoa. And people is just running up the money, like they just bidding all the way until they get like to $900 or $300, $1,000. And honestly, if it's still a deal, it's still a deal, because literally, like, one of these bags costs literally, I just saw Alexander McQueen, like, what was it? It was like a kind of thick quilted tote bag for $2,153. People have gotten that bag for like $700 off Posh. You're like, who's spending that much money? Are you insane? A lot of people know that's still a deal. You know what I'm saying? Crazy part is you getting it basically free. And people on Posh, what I love about it so much is that they know their brands. Like, they're willing to pay if you have something good. So that's actually so good to me. We kicked in pallet pulls and we kicked in mixed mystery boxes. That's just one of the two. Or you could put 3 like me and get like wholesale or wherever it is, like a Free People or like of many other brands, and sell it off there. You know what I'm saying? Because typically what I'm finding is that secondhand is good, and people love their secondhand inventory. People love the fact of doing better for the environment. They love the fact of saving the clothes from the landfill. They love the fact of giving and helping and all of the things. But let's be real, people want new clothes. They want new clothes. That's what the reselling live sale market has came to, and people will pay to play, literally, or play to pay to play. You know what I mean? They doing it. And if you want to be successful in this business, you have to have some bomb inventory, and your shows have to be lit. It has to be live. Like, it has to be popping, because there's so many other shows that's going on Posh. And number one, Poshmark has over hundreds of thousands of users. It's insane how much of people's on Posh. So every day that you get on a show, know that you have to do your best on that show, because just as fast as you get somebody, just as fast as you can lose somebody. Stay in the game, friends. Stay in the game. If you see that your inventory is not working, if you have to do a show once a week, you don't have to do a show every week to keep up with people. Just keep your days, stay consistent, and honestly, get you some bombed inventory. Whether if that's newer tag or whether if you good at secondhand, get the best of that inventory, because you want to keep your people coming in. Change up your shows. It is okay to change up your shows. If you were doing, for me, if I was doing the whole Free People all of the time, then guess what? I can change it to a binge show every once in a while. Or if I was doing a binge show for a little while, I could change it to a free people bag show and shoe show. Or I could change it to a premium coat show. Or I can do a raffle for everything that someone's purchasing and let them pick their gift or whatever. Like just keep it spontaneous, keep it fun, guys. Nobody likes knowing every time, okay, this is what this is what's happening. And another thing that I think is honestly better is loaded shows. And I'm gonna say that because I have done the bag pose and I have done the loaded shows. I feel like on bag pose it does make you money because everything someone says to run is going to be a sold out show or a show because everyone's telling you to run that piece. However, with that being said, people love the hunt of bag pose. My people love the hunt of bag pose. They told me this over and over and over. However, it's something about bag pose that I kind of don't like. A person knows that they want that you can hold up an item and you be like, oh, this shirt, I'll run it for $20. They know they want it. They know they want it. But cheapness gets everybody. So instead of them saying run, they're like, no, I'm not gonna say run, we'll dismiss it. I don't like bag pose for that because honestly, like, it should be a deal either way. Like, if you want it, just say you want it and let's run it. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes I feel like the seller who's ever hosting that show thinks like, oh my god, I'm doing a horrible job. But it's really not that. It's that people is honestly really cheap and they kind of don't want to spend money. So it's kind of in a way like, oh, it's a relief that it's not listed up. But you have some people that actually will say run and spend that money. However, the difference from this is what I love about loaded shows is that when it's loaded, I'm saying it, hey, this is free people. This is the all-star jumpsuit, and I'm running this one for $30. The person who's like, oh, I'm not bidding on this, like, I need it, but I just don't want to bid on it. Another person is like, oh, it's running, I'm jumping on that because the All-Star is literally about $110 and this is a deal, I have to get it. And by the time that person that has to get it bid on that $30, the person that didn't want to bid is like, you know what, no, I'm gonna bid. So now you have a bidding war going on, you know what I'm saying? And it's not stagnant, it's a bidding war going on because people actually know, like, hey, this is good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you just kind of got to know what to do. But like I said, honestly, I've personally tried I keep saying used or secondhand, and I've tried new with tag or new without tag. And honestly, I'm leaning more towards the new without tag, new with tags, palette pose, all of the things. I just want my business to fully turn into that. I think that I just like it like that, guys. I do. And I like people getting their new items. I like people feeling like they're the first ones wearing it. I like people feeling like they're getting a deal on, like, if Lululemon was $110 and I'm starting it at $20. Like, I just love the feeling of people getting half of retail. And the items that I sell is not cheap. So I could appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? And then I could appreciate the fact of moving something so fast and not having to worry about it sitting. If you guys are not following me on Poshmark to look at one of my live shows, guys, what are you doing? I am going to link it in the description below so that you guys can click it and bookmark all of my shows or save my shows. And that's it, guys. That's it. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Love hearing from you guys, and I am out. Bye, guys.